How Great My Grief by Thomas Hardy, 1840 to 1928. How great my grief, my joys how few, since first it was my fate to know thee. Have the slow years not brought to view how great my grief, my joys how few, nor memory shaped old times anew, nor loving kindness helped to show thee how great my grief, my joys how few, since first it was my fate to know thee. Okay, this is a poem by Thomas Hardy. Thomas Hardy came from Dorset. He's known mainly as an author for his novels like Jude the Obscure, The Mayor of Casterbridge, and Victorian realism. But his poetry is more romantic. Now, I think this poem is about his first marriage, his marriage to Emma Gifford. And his marriage to Emma Gifford, it didn't work out well. It was not a happy marriage. And in its later years, they were estranged and they lived apart completely. And when she died, he was very, very upset. And he wrote various poems trying to overcome his feelings of guilt. But I think this poem itself is about, he's realizing how sad that marriage was, how sad, how lonely, how negative his time with her was. I think he also, though, felt a great deal of responsibility, and he realizes that there were many bad days and there were very few good days with Emma, and the fact that they often argued, and that finally they became estranged, they became separated. But this is a realization of the sadness in his life. And if you'll notice with this poem, this first line, how great my grief, my joys how few, since first it was my fate to know me, this is repeated again and again. And this is showing how unhappy he was. It's also showing how sad he is to realize that it was not a happy marriage, it was not a happy relationship. So, how great my grief, my joys how few, since first it was my fate to know me. So he's speaking to somebody who's not there. To me, it's very clear he's speaking to Emma Gifford, and he's saying that over the years, how much sadness there has been in the time that he's been with her, and how few happy moments he's had. He's not saying, I wish I'd never met you. He doesn't go that far, but he's saying that this was something that was fated. They were fated to meet. It was destiny that they met, and he was destined to be with her. He's almost saying that he was destined to be unhappy. Have the slow years not brought to view how great my grief, how my joys how few? So this is almost like it's a revelation that he suddenly realized over the slow years. So this is the passing of time, but the passing of time has been very, very painful. They've been together, but he's looking back at the past, and this doesn't bring him to happy memories. He's shocked now he realizes how sad, how unhappy, how full of grief the relationship has been for him. So the years have passed very slowly, and he's amazed that he can't see how unhappy he was, that how great his grief, what few joys there were. Nor memory shaped old times anew, nor loving kindness helped to show thee how great my grief, my joys how few, since first it was my fate to know me. So nor memory shaped old times anew. He's saying that memories haven't helped him come to terms with this, that his memory of the past hasn't made things less bad, because very often over time our memories of things change, and something bad, well, it wasn't quite that bad, and memory hasn't shaped the what happened in the past. It hasn't shaped the past to make it less painful. Nor loving kindness helped to show thee, and the fact that I loved you, my loving kindness towards you, this didn't help to show you how unhappy I was, how great my grief, my joys how few. So even the fact that I showed loving kindness towards you, this didn't show you how unhappy I was. I have this feeling that she was completely aloof to all his feelings. And I like this word fate, because this word fate is saying that this is what was fated to happen. This is what had been preordained. And I think in this poem he's realizing how sad, how unhappy this marriage was, and he is depressed, he's downhearted, and he's realizing that this marriage was very unhappy. I think more unhappy than he actually realized while he was in the relationship. So, How Great My Grief by Thomas Hardy.